करीब है मकबूल बन के उसके अजीजो हबीब है जिंदा वही है जो के खुदा के मकबूल बन के उसके अजीजो हबीब है।
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, viewers. Welcome to the third and final day of the 53rd Jalsa Salana UK. It's been a very emotional and spiritual time these past few days, and inshallah we have more material coming your way today.
Yeah, of course. खुशामदीद नाजरीन MTA स्टूडियोज़ में हस्ब रिवायत हम अपनी नशरियात का आगाज़ तिलावत कुरान करीम से करेंगे। आइए तिलावत कुरान करीम समाअत फरमाते हैं।
अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम वअब्दुल्लाह वला तुश्रिकू बिही शैआ वबिलवालिदैनि इहसाना वबिधिल क़ुर्बा वल्यतामा वल्मसाकीन والجار ذي القربى والجار الجنب والصاحب بالجنب وابن السبيل وما ملكت أيمانكم إن الله لا يحب من كان مختالا فخورا الذين يبخلون ويأمرون الناس بالبخل ويكتمون ما آتاهم الله من فضله وأعتدنا للكافرين عذابا مهينا والذين ينفقون أموالهم رئاء الناس ولا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر ومن يكن الشيطان له قرينا فساء قرينا وماذا عليهم لو آمنوا بالله واليوم الآخر وأنفقوا مما رزقهم الله وكان الله بهم عليما إن الله لا يظلم مثقال ذرة وإن تك حسنة يضاعفها ويؤت من لدنه أجرا عظيما।
खुश आमदीद नाजरीन, अभी आपने तिलावत कुरान करीम समाअत फरमाई। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह सुम्मा अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, जलसा सालाना बरतानिया 2019 के पहले 2 रोज़ बाआफियत इख्तिताम पजीर हुए। नाज़रीन कराम, आपने भी मुलाहिज़ा किया होगा और हमने यहाँ मौजूद होकर इस चीज़ को महसूस किया कि अल्लाह ताला ने जो बशारत हज़रत मसीह मऊद अलैहिस्सलाम को उनकी ज़िंदगी में अता फ़रमाई कि मैं तुझे इस कदर बरकत दूँगा कि बादशाह तेरे कपड़ों से बरकत ढूँढेंगे, उसको हमने इधर अमली तौर पर पूरा होते देखा। और वह लिबास जो आज खलीफातुल मसीह अय्यदुल्लाह ताला बिन नस्रुल अज़ीज़ के रूप में हमारे पास मौजूद है, लोगों ने उस लिबास से आकर बरकत ढूंढी, समेटी और इंशाअल्लाह ताला अपने साथ लेकर जाएंगे। आज जलसा सालाना का तीसरा दिन है और चूँकि यहाँ बरतानिया में छुट्टी है, इसलिए लोग हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शिरकत करेंगे। नाज़रीन कराम, आज के प्रोग्राम से मुतल्लिक़ आपको बताते चलें कि इंशाअल्लाह ताला पहला सेशन जलसा सालाना का 9 बजे GMT के मुताबिक शुरू होगा। 12 बजे दोपहर GMT के मुताबिक आलमी बैत होगी और 3 बजे GMT के मुताबिक हजूर अनवर अय्यदुल्लाह ताला बिन नस्ल अज़ीज़ आखिरी सेशन से खिताब फरमाएंगे।
Alhamdulillah, viewers, it's been a very blessed 2 days. We've been graced by the presence, of course, of Hazur Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz, and inshallah today's session is going to be no different. The fourth session of today will be starting at 9 a.m. GMT with the International Bed Ceremony at 12 p.m. GMT, and we will have the final session of the Jalsa Salana at 3 p.m. GMT with a concluding address by Hazur Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz. Mateen Sahib, what do we have for now from our viewers?
जी बिल्कुल नाज़रीन, आपका सबसे पहले तो हम शुक्रिया अदा करेंगे कि जिस कसरत से आप हमें अपने तासुरात से आगाह कर रहे हैं, यकीनन वो हमारे लिए भी हौसला बख्श है। हम अपने नाज़रीन के कुछ मैसेजेस जो हैं जो वो हमें दूर दराज इलाकों से भेजते जा रहे हैं वो आपकी खिदमत में इस वक्त पेश करेंगे। आफिया साहिबा हैं स्वीडन से, वो हमें लिखती हैं कि प्यारे हुजूर को मेरी तरफ से अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। प्यारे हुजूर, मैं जलसा की कार्रवाई देख रही हूँ और मुझे बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है।
From Plano, Texas, Jari Saab says, watching and enjoying Jalsa Salana from Texas at this hour, alhamdulillah. Beautiful poem after respected Imam Noonan Sahib's great speech, mashallah. This is from yesterday's session, and if you'd like to watch the speeches and the proceedings from yesterday, remember that you can go to www.mta.tv to catch up on any of the events of these 2 days.
जी बिल्कुल इसी तरह है। और इसी तरह मुबारका साहिबा हैं फैसलाबाद से, कहती हैं कि मैं और मेरे बच्चे जो हैं वो भी जलसा सलाना में ऐसा ही महसूस कर रहे हैं टीवी पर MTA के ज़रिए बराह रास्त कार्रवाई देखकर कि जैसे हम उसका बाकायदा हिस्सा हैं। हमारी तरफ से हमारे प्यारे हुजूर को बहुत ज़्यादा अस्सलाम वालेकुम। अल्लाह ताला हमारे हुजूर का साया हम पर हमेशा सलामत रखे, आमीन। अल्लाह ताला आपकी दुआ कबूल फरमाए। जी मुबारका साहिबा, जज़ाकल्लाह।
Mateen Sahib, Munir Mirza Sahib and family from a corner of the world. Indeed, we are watching Jalsa Salana proceedings from one of the corners of the world, Toronto in Canada. Long live MTA.
जज़ाकल्लाह। यकीनन बिल्कुल ये खलीफा वक्त का के हाथ से लगाया हुआ पौधा है और इसकी बशारत बहुत पहले ही हज़रत मसीह मऊद अलैहिस्सलाम के ज़माने से ही जमात को मिल चुकी है। यकीनन ये इंशाअल्लाह ताला इसी तरह सलामत रहेगा, बल्कि बढ़ता चला जाएगा। इसी तरह ईमान नासिर हैं और वो रब्वा से हैं और वो कहते हैं कि मेरी तरफ से और मेरी फैमिली की तरफ से पूरी जमात अहमदिया को जलसा सलाना बहुत बहुत मुबारक, खैर मुबारक। आज आके भी बहुत सारे इवेंट्स हैं, आप उनमें भी यकीनन शामिल रहें हमारे साथ और दुआ करें कि अल्लाह ताला वो इवेंट्स भी खैर आफियत से मुकम्मल करता चला जाए।
हाँ जी Mateen Sahib, आमीन। Alishba Sahiba कहती हैं, she says from Mauritius, Jalsa Salana UK Mubarak to all members of Jamaat Ahmadiyya. May this Jalsa bring lots of blessings for all of us. Ameen.
आमीन। नाज़रीन कराम, इसी तरह आपकी तासुरात हम आगे भी शामिल करते रहेंगे। इस वक्त हो रहा है कि एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री आपकी खिदमत में हम पेश करें जो कि खिदमत इंसानियत के ऊपर है। चूँकि हमारे MTA का इस दफ़ा जो थीम था वो भी खिदमत इंसानियत के हवाले से था। ये डॉक्यूमेंट्री कनाडा स्टूडियो से हमें मौसूल हुई है और इंशाअल्लाह ताला अभी कुछ ही देर में हम आपकी खिदमत में इसको पेश करेंगे। मुलाज़ा फरमाएँ, उम्मीद करते हैं कि आपको पसंद आएगी।
In the villages of Yemen, it's the children who suffer most. Wherever you go, you can see the human cost of this war.
Good evening, and we begin tonight with the monster hurricane and its deadly impact already.
An urgent warning from Somaliland, where 4 countries in that region are now on the brink of famine.
Families and children at risk of starvation.
Certainly, in today's world, there is a great deal of uncertainty and inequality. Increasing numbers of people are desperately suffering and facing grave hardships. In almost every part of the world, restlessness, anxiety, and conflict are on the rise. Much of the disorder and suffering is entirely man-made and a direct result of the wrongful conduct and injustices perpetrated by humans.
The world is plagued with distress and is anxiously seeking an elixir. Amidst all the chaos and suffering in the world, there exists a beacon of hope, a people who embody compassion for all of mankind, a people who seek to alleviate the suffering of the world.
For Islam stand for peace. La for hate for none. All the time. La for hate for none. Hate for none. For Islam stand for peace. La for hate for none. Hate for none. All the time. La for hate for none. Hate for none. For Islam stand for peace.
Nevertheless, irrespective of the cause of the suffering, if we claim to be true Muslims, it is our obligation and paramount duty to assist all people who are facing difficulties and to strive to alleviate their pain and distress.
True Muslims and their ingrained desire to serve humanity started from a simple seed sown 1400 years ago in the hearts of the desert Arabs. It was in the form of the message that God bestowed on that chosen nation, the Holy Quran.
In chapter 51, verse 20, the Holy Quran states that the hallmark of a true Muslim is that he should care for all of God's creation and should comfort and support those in need, whether they seek their help or not. Hence, it is not enough for a Muslim to wait until someone asks for help. Rather, it is his duty to recognize the suffering of others and to make whatever sacrifices are required in order to help them overcome their challenges or troubles.
The perfect message God gave mankind was the Holy Quran, and the physical manifestation of the message was the Holy Prophet of Islam, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Muslims have been commanded to look to his example and use him as a role model for how they live their lives.
The Prophet of Islam, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, championed the rights of all people, of all races, and of all beliefs, and was a source of unparalleled mercy and grace for all mankind. From every pore and fiber of his being gushed forth an eternal spring of love and compassion for humanity. For example, on one occasion, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, said, "I am with the weak because aiding the weak and poor is the means of reaching Allah, the Almighty."
We shall follow Messiah.
In this day and age, the torch of enlightenment is carried by the Messiah of the time, who came to revive the message that the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, had brought.
We shall follow Messiah, the reformer.
The Prophet Muhammad said, "Treat all the creation of God with such deep love as though they are your close family members. Treat mankind in the same way that a mother treats her child. This is the way you should be, not that you help someone only so that you can attain benefit later or take a favor in return. On another occasion, the Prophet ﷺ said, each day, every person should analyze himself and see to what extent he is concerned for others and to what extent he shows love and compassion to his brothers. Compassion for others is a huge demand and responsibility and weighs heavy on mankind.
In today's world, Jamaat Ahmadiyya is helping to shoulder that responsibility under the guidance of Khilafat. The compassion that is shown by members around the world is exemplary. Join us as we take a glimpse at the various services rendered all around the world by the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat.
The Jamaat has inculcated us certain values. One of the value is it's a saying of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Sani Jalsa Salana that tum khadim ho, khidmat ke liye paida kiya ho. You are a servant and you have been created for the service.
So as a servant, you have to have certain characteristics and qualities in you. One of them is patience. You have to be humble, you have to be forbearing, and you also have to have the character of simplicity, and then making sure that you are looking out for the interests of people. You should put people first before yourself, which means you have to be selfless. So there are so many characteristics that you have to either have inherent in you or you have to inculcate in yourself to be a servant. And in serving, you have to look for service excellence, which is, you do everything for the sake of Allah.
We have been in Belize for the last 5 years. We have a Jamaat of around 200 people. We're 2 missionaries and we have 2 mission houses. But the impact that Jamaat has had in Belize so far is just tremendous. You go to any corner of the country, people, if you say the name of Ahmadiyya, they will recognize us through Tabligh efforts or the humanitarian services.
Humanity First is an international disaster response organization. We are registered in 52 countries around the world. Humanity First was formed about 25 years ago by the 4th Caliph of Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad Rahimahullah Ta'ala. He envisioned an organization that consisted of selfless people who were there to help suffering humanity rather than an organization where there is directors and officers working for money. This organization has only one agenda: relieve the human suffering.
When we started 4 or 5 years ago, we had internet cafe at the mission house. Then we had cell phone repairs course when we had individuals visiting from Canada and would go around the country and offer how to repair their cell phones for a week or so, and then we would give them a certificate which they can use to apply for jobs. Then we also had job development, how to train them to go and apply for jobs, to build their resumes and how to polish their interview skills. And one of the services that has stood out from all the other ones is the Ahmadiyya Basketball League, which started 5 years ago with the blessings of Hazuri Anwar, with advice from Hazuri Anwar, and we have now enrolled around 500 youth from all over the country, and by far is the biggest league that the country has ever seen.
We are operating in 52 countries, but those countries are supervised by 4 lead countries. Those 4 lead countries are USA, Canada, Germany, and UK. Now, Canada has got its own share of countries, which is about 22 in number, and we are doing various projects in these countries. For example, we are doing water wells in Pakistan. We are doing water wells in many countries in Africa. That includes Congo, Chad, Senegal, Cameroon, Niger, Nigeria. These are some of the main countries where we're doing water wells. Then we are doing Knowledge for Life programs in Senegal, in Niger, in Nigeria. in Bangladesh. Then we are doing global health program under which we have built a hospital in Senegal. We are running a medical clinic in Congo. We are doing medical camps in all of these countries that I've already mentioned. We are also doing gift of sight program where we are performing about 40 to 50 surgeries every month in Nigeria. So this under global health program. Then one of the largest programs that we do exclusive to Humanity First Canada is refugee resettlement. Now under this program we are helping refugees both in the camps or wherever they are. For example, in Thailand and Malaysia, we are providing them food security and global health. But at the same time, we are sponsoring them to come and settle in Canada. A large number of refugees have been brought in and resettled in Canada. Up till now, we have done about 33,000, 3,500, roughly about that number. And when we bring them here, we settle them with providing support for 1 year or so, and make them self-sufficient and active in the community. Then we have local programs like Food Bank. This Food Bank is again a unique program that provides food to people in need who are also newcomers or who have lost their job, or single moms or people with disabilities. A unique food bank that we provide groceries for 1 month at a time. We deliver to their home, no questions asked. All these being done by our volunteers. A new program to our food security and food bank program is the shelter bus project. This shelter bus project is a shelter bus with 20 beds that moves around in the city, and if we find any homeless, we will bring them in. We will provide them hot food in the bus. We have got lounge there, dining lounge, as well as we have 20 beds in the bus where they would sleep overnight, and then in a warm environment, and in the morning they will get the breakfast, and then we'll drop them off. In Philippines, we have built 400 homes after the typhoon. We are now providing them support with this Knowledge for Life program and a number of other programs are going. We are now started working in South America. Recently we have done some projects in Belize and Paraguay, and the list goes on.
Serving humanity is a fundamental tenet of Islam. Islam requires us to bandage the wounds of those in pain, to remove the anxieties of those who are distressed, and to show love and compassion without any desire for recognition or worldly reward. Thus, wherever any person is suffering or facing cruelty, it is your duty to be there to help and support them.
Whenever we do these services, people always comment, or even people, when they find out in the media, when they come for the interviews, they try to ask us that what's the real reason behind this, what's the hidden purpose. We always tell them that we have no hidden purpose. We are doing this because we want to serve mankind. And Hazur Anwar Ayatollah bin Nasr al-Aziz has very beautifully mentioned this in his Guatemala trip. He said that when it comes to tabligh, or when it comes to preaching, we have a department called tabligh. We work through that. But whenever we do our humanitarian services, they're without anything attached to it. They're just for the service of mankind. So we try to make that very clear to people. And then even when we have these programs, we mention that this is not for Ahmadis alone. It's first come, first serve. Any way we can serve any Belizean, that is our intention.
The USA Khidmat Khalq Department has a robust plan for serving humanity, especially during Thanksgiving Day. We have a robust campaign for feeding the homeless. We'll go to homeless shelters, we'll cook food or make sandwiches, and then we'll go to homeless shelters and distribute these sandwiches to the homeless people, or we'll have a soup kitchen where we'll go and feed the homeless people, giving them hot meal. Not only for show, but to just give them the impression that, it is ingrained and imbibed in us to serve humanity. And at that instant, you can see the gratification that they have, in their faces, the smiles and then the appreciation for us to be there, serving them, spending time with them. That is what we see, firsthand, when we serve people. Sometimes they are surprised that the Muslims are doing these things, because then it's contradictory to what they are seeing in the media on a daily basis, that Muslims are always portrayed in a negative light. So if Ambi youth get out of their way and then do what they do on a daily basis to go help and serve humanity, this changes the narrative and the perception about Islam, in this country. And I'm glad we have the opportunity to do this.
It is not enough for a Muslim to wait until someone asks for help. Rather, it is his duty to recognize the suffering of others and to make whatever sacrifices are required in order to help them overcome their challenges or troubles.
Allah says in the Holy Quran that you are the best of the people raised for the good of mankind. And so in doing so, our Khuddam, they're trained from the very young age that in order to attain the nearness of Allah, they have to serve the mankind. Just like anybody else, they also work, they also go to school, they also have families, they also have those other chores and tasks, just like anybody else. They have busy lives, but this is all done outside of their busy schedule as well. They take out that time after work, they take out the time after school. They spend the evenings and weekends for such humanitarian projects to gain the pleasure of Allah Ta'ala.
Further, in chapter 90, verse 15 to 17, Muslims are instructed to feed the hungry, to show empathy and love to orphans, and to help anyone in need, especially those mired in poverty or who are defenseless and weak. Muslims are taught to be the ones who comfort and love those people who have been failed by society and to carry the weight of their burdens on their own shoulders. Muslims are duty-bound to help underprivileged people so that they can stand upon their own 2 feet and live with dignity and be freed from their desperate circumstances.
We have also tried soup kitchen, where once or twice a month we will make something at the mission house and then deliver to those people in the city who are needy, who cannot afford even the basic necessity of having a meal. Besides that, we have also tried food hampers, where people from Canada and other Jamaats would send us some money to help out the poor, and we would buy some food hampers and grocery bags for them, and that would be good enough to feed a family of 5 or 7 people for a week or so. We even tried this about 2 months ago, and we gave out around 200 bags, which would mean that 200 families benefited from this initiative. Then we also have medical clinics going on. This year in January, we had 2 doctors from Canada coming, and they were able to work with around 50 to 60 patients from all over Belize, and we offered free medicine to them also. So these are some of the initiatives that we have tried. We keep on trying new things. Some of them work out in these countries, some of them don't. But we are open to help our community in Belize in any way possible.
So by the grace of Allah Ta'ala, Majlis Saddam Al-Ahmadi is blessed to take on many initiatives throughout the year as well. And one of the many initiatives for the humanitarian services that we take on is blood drives. Another one is food drives as well. And the third one, senior care, and many other initiatives as well. A couple of years ago, just a few years ago, 6-7 years ago, we used to do about 100,000 pounds of food collection that we used to do in a year. 3 years ago, specifically, by the grace of Allah Ta'ala, we took on an initiative under the guidance of Hazuri Aktas, Ayyadahullah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz, in which we took on a challenge for 1 million pounds of food. This was not too long ago, and by the grace of Allah Ta'ala, this initiative, even though it was a difficult task, it was a very ambitious target as well. It seemed very difficult in the beginning, but through a lot of prayers and a lot of dedication, and because this was under the guidance of Hazuri Aktas, this was all made possible at the end of the year as well.
One incident that comes to my mind is that we went to a morning show, and the host of the show was a Ghair Ahmadi. Before he even introduced us to the TV, he said that these are the Ahmadiyya Muslims, and we're not sure why they're here. because we already have a Muslim mosque and we have everybody coming, so we're not sure why they opened up a new mosque calling it an Ahmadiyya mosque. We're already united in this mosque that we have already. So before we even got to answer that question, a person locally called in and he said that I want to say that ever since these people have been in our country, these people are here to serve us as Belizeans, and we're very proud and honored to have them. And in fact, we want to continue to invite them that please continue to do the amazing work that you're doing, and even those parts that you haven't been to before, please come and work with us, because you are the only people that work with us. There's other people that come in groups, they would stay here for a week or so, but they will leave. But these Ahmadiyya people that have been coming here have been with us ever since, and we love them and we want them to continue to work with us.
The purpose of serving humanity is that you alleviate corruption. When you are taking care of the poor, then you bridge the gap that is there. Then there will no need for corruption. There will no need for violence, because the people who are blessed with affluency, they're taking care of those people. There will be a balance in there. There will be harmony in the society. That's why it is important. That is the survival. The peace is not possible without taking care of deprived nation, deprived people, deprived communities.
Belize City in particular has the fourth biggest crime rate in the world per capita, right? Murder rate, not crime, murder rate. Initially, when we started the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat in Belize, we went to the mayor of the city and we introduced ourselves that this is what our Jamaat does, right? We're here at your threshold. You tell us how we can serve you. Instead of we coming up with something and it might not hit the target and it might waste your time and our time, why don't you tell us and how we can help and serve your city. So he said that sports is something that kids are really into, and because of the murder rate and crime rate, if you come up with some organized league, it'll be really helpful, right? So the idea that came to our mind was the Ahmadiyya Basketball League, because it was already running in Canada and US for a long time. What the league does is that for 3 months, it invites kids every Sunday, which is that main day off in the weekend where most of the trouble happens, when most of the shooting happens on the weekend. So we purposely chose that day when they have nothing better to do to invite them to a gym to compete in a healthy competition. And it was initially meant for Belize City, where 80 or 90 kids were involved, but throughout 4 or 5 years now, the kids, we have 40 teams coming from all over the country, and even Mexico is sending 3 teams. This is never heard of in Belize before, that people from Mexico are coming and participating in a Belizean league. The whole purpose behind this is that kids are in the safe environment where they're being guarded by police officers, and they stay out of trouble. So when we newly started this, parents were very much hesitant, because remember the league was called Ahmadiyya Basketball League. So they were very much reluctant to send their kids. When we would go to these tournaments outside of Belize, these kids used to tell us that our parents have sent us, but they were very much hesitant, because you guys are going with the Muslims, don't know what they will do. But throughout the 5 years, they are very much comfortable with us. Now it's the opposite. The parents actually call us and beg us to take their kids with us, right? So by the grace of Allah, this is only possible through the teachings of Ahmadiyyat and love for all and hatred for none.
It's an organization that helps people without any consideration of race, religion, color, or creed. And we will go out and help anyone who is in need without asking them what is your background, what is your religion, what is your faith, and so on and so forth.
So Hazur, mashallah, has always advised the Jamaat to be focused on this initiative that is serving humanity. There were a few instances during his speeches in whether it is Philadelphia or whether it is in Guatemala, he stressed the importance of not only building a mosque and then just isolating ourselves and not be entrenched in the community. He wanted us to build this mosque and then let let us use the mosque as a conduit to serve humanity, to serve the neighbors, to make sure that we wipe their tears if they are crying. If they need a shoulder to cry on, we should provide them with that shoulder to cry on. So our mosques and our religious places should serve as a beacon of light and a beacon of serving humanity. And in Guatemala, where we have a very nice hospital, it is built to serve humanity. Whether you are an Ahmadi or a non-Ahmadi, whether you have the means or you don't have the means, our hospitals and our educational areas, schools, they are all there to serve humanity.
In 2010, there was a disaster in Haiti. At that time, we sent about 169 volunteers to Haiti to respond to disaster. And we were comparing ourselves with a number of large organizations who were really big organizations who sent doctors and other people. We saw that our doctors stayed in a tent pitched on a road. They ate granola bars and pasta and noodles, while other doctors from another organization were staying at a distance in a very nice hotel. They were eating really nice, good quality hotel food, and they were working only 8-hour shifts. After that, if somebody worked, they were paid double time and a half. They were paid doctors. Our organizations, volunteers, doctors were volunteers, zero paid. So imagine the amount of the money saved. I calculated that amount, that how much 169 volunteers for that period of time. The cost of that volunteer work was $1.2 million. So no other organization can do that. The Ahmadiyya Muslim community has been helping for the last 75 years under various schemes like Nusrat Jahan scheme and other things.
Long live long live Ahmadiyya.
In Pakistan, the members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community are persecuted all the time. Every now and then you will hear the news that somebody was killed or some place was attacked. And you would be amazed on the other hand that the same members of the same community are helping those people who are persecuting them. Then at the time of difficulties and the disaster, these are the people who are providing them clean water. These are the people who will go and provide the ration to them. And in some places where mullahs are so obnoxious that they would refuse to take help, but majority of the places, more than 90% of the people of Pakistan who are innocent Pakistan people, they would accept the help from the Ahmadiyya community. We have seen that in Bangladesh, where people may say whatever, but the time of difficulty, when the community goes and helps them out, they're there. So this is the community who believes in that the reward of any goodness is goodness only. So you go there and return to the people if somebody has done good to you. But we go beyond one step, where people have done bad to us, and in return we are doing good to them.
The voice and hand behind the passion of service to humanity is being led by none other than His Holiness, Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, may Allah be his helper. His Holiness is the world's leading Muslim figure, promoting peace and interreligious harmony. Through his sermons, lectures, books, and personal meetings, His Holiness continually advocates the worship of God Almighty and serving humanity. He also continually promotes the establishment of universal human rights, a just society, and a separation of religion and state. In his youth, he devoted his life for the service of Islam and humanity, going to Ghana to serve as a headmaster of 2 secondary schools. Using his background in agriculture, he experimented with wheat and proved that it could be grown in Ghana. After being elected as the worldwide head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, he has turned his focus towards establishing peace and alleviating the suffering of mankind. He has spoken at length in prominent parliaments, outlining the dangers of a nuclear war, and that the root cause of unrest in the world is the lack of justice found in every level of society. He has established the annual National Peace Symposium, in which guests from all walks of life come together to exchange ideas on the promotion of peace and harmony. His Holiness also launched the annual Ahmadiyya Muslim Prize for the advancement of peace an international peace award for individuals or organizations that have demonstrated an extraordinary commitment and service to the cause of peace and humanitarianism. He takes a particular interest in alleviating the suffering of developing nations by overseeing organizations that lead various humanitarian disaster relief and development projects. Under his leadership, the community has built a number of schools and hospitals that provide high-class facilities in remote parts of the world. And through various schemes of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, His Holiness has funded the tuition and education of numerous underprivileged students around the world, irrespective of their religious background.
The Ahmadiyya Muslim community, whether directly or whether through Humanity First or otherwise, has a long history of serving humanity, of providing opportunities and offering comfort and help to people who are living impoverished lives. We seek no praise and no reward for such efforts because we are merely doing what our religion has taught us to do. Our motivation and our desire to serve others is driven entirely by the teachings of Islam.
जिंदा वही है जो के खुदा के करीब है, मकबूल बन के उसके अजीजो हबीब है, जिंदा खुदा के करीब है, मकबूल बन के उसके अजीजो हबीब है.
Our motivation to help others is inspired by the true teachings of Islam. You were just watching a beautiful, wonderful documentary on the Ahmadiyya Muslim Basketball League in Belize and the services to humankind and to mankind carried out by the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. We're going to continue with our program for today. Tariq Saab, there's a bunch of messages that we've been receiving. We're going to go straight to them before we head out to the next team.
जज़ाकल्लाह कि आप हमें मैसेजेस भेज रहे हैं, हमें मुस्तकिल आपके पैगामात मिल रहे हैं और मैं पढ़ता जाऊं कि इस वक्त अल्लाह ताला जलसा यूके को हर लिहाज से मुबारक फरमाए और बाबरकत फरमाए पूरी दुनिया के लिए, और इसका रूहानी फैज़ हम सबको मिलता रहे. शेख महमूद अहमद रशीद साहब, सईदा महमूद आयशा रशीद, पीस विलेज कनाडा से. और फिर हमारे पास चंद पाकिस्तान से मैसेजेस हैं नाज़रीन. वो लिखते हैं, जलसा सालाना मुबारक हो, हमें भी दुआओं में याद रखें, अल्लाह ताला हमारे लिए भी खलीफा वक्त की ज़ियारत के सामान पैदा फरमाए. लुबना मुनव्वर साहिबा रावलपिंडी पाकिस्तान से. फिर एक पाकिस्तान लाहौर से मैसेज है, प्यारे हुजूर हमारी तरफ से जलसा सालाना यूके की बेहद मुबारकबाद कबूल हो. इरफान नसरुल्लाह साहब, लुबना इरफान साहब, फौजान नसरुल्लाह साहब, अयान ईमान लाहौर पाकिस्तान से. फिर एक प्यारे हुजूर और जमात अहमदिया आलमगीर को सलाम और जलसा सालाना यूके की बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो. सबा और मसूद अहमद रशीद अज जर्मनी. सरगोदा पाकिस्तान से सलाम साहब एक मैसेज है, आसिफ बिलाल खान साहब और डॉक्टर नादिया आसिफ साहिबा की तरफ से सारी दुनिया को जलसा सालाना बहुत मुबारक हो. वो लिखती हैं कि हमारी पुरानी डिश ख़राब हो गई थी, अब हमने जलसे के लिए नई डिश ली है और खुदा के फजल से हमारा जलसा ठीक चल रहा है. और ये सरगोदा पाकिस्तान से.
I received actually a similar message yesterday that in Africa there was a person, he was saying that they lost electricity because it's usually lose electricity there in some countries. So they had charged their laptops, their phones, and everything that had a battery. And when the electricity went off around noontime, they used all of their laptops and everything that they could to watch MTA and to watch the proceedings. And just at the time when their batteries were about to run out, like, electricity came back, so they could continue watching the programs on MTA. And similarly, as we mentioned yesterday, Hazur Anwar ibn Aziz has launched the Smart TV app. So if you have a Smart TV, make sure you download that app onto your TV to benefit the most of that app and make the best use of that.
साहब अभी गो के जलसे का तीसरा दिन है और हमें पता है कि अभी जलसा ख़त्म होना है आज, लेकिन आलमी बैत जो कि आज का सबसे ज़्यादा अहम प्रोग्राम है और हुजूर अनवर का ख़ताब यकीनन, लेकिन लोग चौक दर चौक जलसे में शामिल होते जा रहे हैं और गहमा गहमी बढ़ती चली जा रही है और खुदा के फजल से 12 बजे इंशाल्लाह हमारा प्रोग्राम जो है वो शुरू होगा GMT.
In just a few minutes, the men's session here in the Jalsa will also start at 10 a.m. at BST, which is the local time here, and that makes 9 a.m. GMT.
9 बजे GMT के वक्त के मुताबिक इंशाल्लाह मर्दाना सेशन शुरू होगा और 12 बजे GMT आलमी बैत होगी.
Thanks up. There's a few more documentaries and a few more small snippets and videos that we would like to show you, so stay tuned here on MT International. There's a huge team working behind the scenes. Some of that will be shown to you in those small documentaries as well. We're working day and night behind the cameras, behind the scenes to make this possible. Now we're going to go outside to our friends and colleagues outside. We're going to talk to Nazim in just a bit, but before that there's a short documentary on the review of religions, I believe, that we're going to show you, so enjoy.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Rizwan. We are showing today under review of religions exhibition some of the very beautiful antiquities of Islamic art. During these exhibitions, this is one of the piece of Kiswa, which is first time actually exhibit in exhibitions over here or around the world as well. And reason behind that is that Ottoman time, the Kiswa was in different colors to educate people within this convention that it used to be a different colors as well. Some of the collections which I'm going to show you here are tile work which has been done in many places around Muslim countries. Some of these tiles are from Qajar period, 18th century, Iznik tile from Ottoman side. Some of the things which, as you can see over here, the calligraphy on these pieces as well. So these are all some of the collections to educate people about different Islamic styles and different art and designs concept behind it. And that is why it is linked with Mubarak Mosque as well. And the reason behind that, then when Hazur actually approved and confirmed the calligraphy which we use on Islamic art with the collaboration of Review of Religion, we are able to create this concept to put Sulus calligraphy and using the 99 attributes inside the mosque. And Hazur supported us. Hazur, the blessing about his aesthetic sense, his artistic sense, every single element in this mosque, Hazur was actually helping and guiding us in his best way. So this is the great blessing that we create our own houses beautiful, and this is the first time we are showing actually that the house of God is in beautifying interiorly to create a wow factor in it.
खुदाए मेहरबान का है बड़ा एहसान MTA 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 खुदाए मेहरबान का है बड़ा एहसान MTA
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। नाजरीन, अभी हम मौजूद हैं हदीक़तुल मेहदी में, जहां हमारे पीछे आप देख सकते हैं गाड़ियों की एक लंबी कतार, क्योंकि अभी शुरू होने वाला है मेंस आदमियों का पहला सेशन। और आपको ये भी बताते चलें कि सलाम साहब हमारे पीछे एक अजीब मंजर है मार्कीज़ का। 100 से ज़ायद मार्कीज़ जो हैं वो यहाँ आपको पीछे नज़र आ सकती हैं। और ये एक अजीब हैरत की बात है कि कुछ ही दिनों में, जो कि लिटरली शायद 2 हफ्ते बनते हैं, 2 हफ्तों के अंदर अंदर ये एक फॉर्म को, जहाँ कुछ भी नहीं होता, वहाँ एक पूरा शहर, एक कन्वेंशनल सेंटर जो है वो खड़ा कर दिया जाता है। आप पीछे देख सकते हैं एक अजीब मंजर। फिर आप जैसे जैसे उस शहर के अंदर जाते हैं तो इंतज़ामात, इतने वसी इंतज़ामात, इतने कारकुनान, हर जगह आपको सहूलत फराहम करने के लिए, हर जगह आपको रास्ता बताने के लिए, आपको नमाज़ों के लिए जो है वो औकात बताने के लिए, खाने के लिए एक इंतहाई वसी निज़ाम, जिसका अंदाज़ा भी नहीं किया जा सकता कि किस तरह जो है ये सारे इंतज़ामात जो हैं वो हो रहे हैं। और यकीनन इसमें हजूर अनवर अय्यदहुल्लाह तआला बिनस्रिल अज़ीज़ की रहनुमाई शामिल होती है, हजूर अनवर की शफ़क़त शामिल होती है, जिसके बायस एक अजीब जज्बा होता है इन कारकुनान का, जो कि देखने से ताल्लुक़ रखता है। सलाम साहिब।
Indeed, Hasib Saab. And welcome, dear viewers, to indeed the third and final day of Jalsa Salana UK. Behind us, you can see a long queue of cars coming, entering, ready and waiting for the first session to begin. And then behind them, behind us, really far in the distance, you can see the tent city that has been propped up in just under 2 weeks. And there are over 100 tents, and it's been very hard. We've been trying to count while we were waiting to go on air, but it's difficult to count because there's so many. And mashallah, it's all happened and been prepared in under 2 weeks by volunteers, and it's just such a miracle to see. And when you try to appreciate this, you can't really when you're inside. And you've journeyed with us as we've walked through the tents, as we've shown you the whole sights from the ground. But to see it from back here, it's truly a sight. So this is indeed the famous hill where people love to get a good few pictures.
और सलाम साहब, यहाँ हम उन नाजरीन का भी बताते चलें जो कि गोबज़ाहिर हमारे साथ यहाँ तो मौजूद नहीं, लेकिन लाइव टीवी स्क्रीन्स पर हमें देख सकते हैं और हमें पैगामात भेज रहे हैं। तो हम कुछ उनका बताते चलें। पैगाम आया है रब्वा से, जलसा सलाना बहुत मुबारक हो। अल्लाह ताला हमें हजूर के इरशाद के मुताबिक अपनी अमली हालत को दुरुस्त करने की तौफीक अता फरमाए, आमीन। ये मुसव्विर डोगर साहिब हैं, मोविज़ डोगर साहिब हैं, मुजफ्फर डोगर साहिब हैं, जाहिद अहमद मामून हैं और हदायतुल्लाह हैं रब्वा से। इसी तरह फिर एक और पैगाम आया है सिब्तैन अहमद, समरीन अहमद, अस्मा सदफ, शर्जील अहमद, रिदा साहिबा, जुहा साहिबा रब्वा पाकिस्तान से, जो कि तमाम नाजरीन को जलसा सलाना मुबारक कह रहे हैं और हजूर अनवर अय्यदहुल्लाह तआला बिनस्रिल अज़ीज़ की खिदमत में सलाम कह रहे हैं। और एहतिशाम साहिब दारू यमन से कह रहे हैं कि अल्लाह ताला तमाम शामिलीन जलसा को हज़रत मसीह मऊद अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम की दुआओं का वारिस बनाए और सबको जलसा मुबारक हो। इसी तरह अब्दुल समी साहिब, मोहसिन साहिब, मामून अहमद साहिब, फजल अहमद साहिब और फजीहा हारून साहिबा भी रब्वा पाकिस्तान से सबको जलसा सलाना मुबारक कह रहे हैं। सलाम साहिब।
That sounds like it was everybody in Rabwa.
Yes.
MashaAllah. Very good. Very good. We have some tweets coming as well. Assalamu alaikum and Jalsa Salana UK Mubarak to all of you who are watching Jalsa, and to those who are attending it, keep us in your prayers. This is from Naila in America. We have so many more tweets. We have people using the hashtag Jalsa Connect to send these messages. Another tweet says, "I am in Virginia, USA, watching the progress of our Jamaat around the world." And he quotes from the Quran and say, "Truth has come and falsehood has vanished away. Falsehood does indeed vanish away fast." MashaAllah, just some fantastic tweets. Alhamdulillah, I'm watching live Jalsa UK on Muslim Television Africa. Jalsa Salana UK 2019 Mubarak to our beloved Hazur, Jalsa Connect team, and all Ahmadi Muslims all over the world. May Allah bless us all. Hashtag Khalifa of Islam, hashtag Jalsa UK. Oh man, this is fantastic. Just to be able to share this experience with you, to participate in this Jalsa through the dimension of social media is truly reaching a corner of the world in a way that 20 years ago we couldn't have even dreamed of. And so, where are we going to be 20 years from now? I don't know, but I hope the viewers will be here at Jalsa with us.
इंशाल्लाह, क्योंकि तरक्कियात जो हैं वो तो हर कदम पर जमात अहमदिया के नसीब में है और खिलाफत अहमदिया के तहत हम हर रोज़ जो हैं उन तरक्कियात को देख रहे हैं, उन तरक्कियात को महसूस कर रहे हैं। आज इंशाल्लाह हम इंटरनेशनल बैत का भी हिस्सा बनेंगे जब हजूर अनवर अय्यदहुल्लाह तआला बिल अज़ीज़ जमात अहमदिया आलमगीर की जो है वो बैत लेंगे और ये हमारा आज का मेन इवेंट होगा, जिसके बाद हजूर अनवर अय्यदहुल्लाह तआला बिल अज़ीज़ जो हैं वो खिताब भी फरमाएंगे।
Yes, the Ba'ath is something that everybody all over the world looks forward to, and leading up to it, we are of course engrossed in prayers for ourselves, prayers for our family and loved ones, and everybody all around the world. But also, we are also eagerly anticipating the conclusion speech, where Hazur gives us so much great guidance, which is of course one of the purposes of Jalsa Salana, the tarbiyat aspect, nourishing our souls and nourishing our religious knowledge, and also furnishing us with all the details about how Jalsa went and how many tens of thousands of people attended. And then of course we are also here for the second part of Jalsa, fostering the brotherhood, fostering the sisterhood, and just meeting with each other. And if you leave Jalsa Salana without having met somebody new, then you didn't really get the best of Jalsa.
जो कि जलसे की जिस्ट भी करना चाहिए, जिसको जो जलसे की रूह है कि आपस में अखुवत भी बढ़े, और यकीनन जिस तरह सलाम साहिब ने बताया कि हजूर अनवर अय्यदहुल्लाह तआला बिल अज़ीज़ के खिताबात जो हैं वो हमें हर लिहाज से आगाह रखते हैं, हमारी रहनुमाई करते हैं कि किस तरह हमने अपनी ज़िंदगियों को ढालना है। अब हम चलेंगे स्टूडियोज़ में जहां हमारे पास जो है वो प्रेजेंटर मौजूद हैं, तो आइए चलते हैं स्टूडियोज़ में।
Jazakallah Hasib and salam on the hill outside. Well, you tried to count the tents. We tried that as well, but because we saw a better view, the aerial view from the drone, and it was a bit difficult. But I've been told it's 100 plus tents here on the site. But Jazakallah Hasib and Salam, as they were saying, one of the purposes, Tariq Saab, of the Jalsa Salana here that Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wassalam had laid out is also, and probably the main aspect, the tarbiyat aspect of things. Hazur Anwar Ayyadullah Ta'ala ibn Aziz graciously blesses us with his attendance, with his presence, and with his speeches and his very wise and wonderful words filled with guidance for the entire Jamaat. But there is also guest speakers who come here from around the world, because it's the UK Jalsa Salana, and then, as we mentioned before, the men's session here in the Jalsa is about to start, which is also very, very beneficial for the attendees here at the Jalsa.
बिल्कुल, और रज़ा साहब यही रूहानी माहौल की और हुजूर के जो मकासद थे जलसे के, उसके बारे में बात करते हुए तकारीर की अगर बात करें, जैसा आपने बताया कि पूरी दुनिया से हमारे मेहमान जो हैं वो तशरीफ़ लाते हैं, मुबल्लिगीन भी और दूसरे मेहमान भी, और इतनी तैयारी के साथ वो यहाँ पर जलसा गाह में तकारीर करते हैं। और सिर्फ ये नहीं, इसके अलावा रज़ा साहब अगर आप ये बताएं कि जो लजना की तरफ साथ साथ हमारे सेशंस चलते हैं, सिर्फ इस तरह नहीं कि यहाँ हमारे मर्दों की तरफ जो सेशन चल रहे हैं जो हम लाइव इस पे दिखा रहे हैं, हुजूर अनवर की तशरीफ़ आरवी लजना में दूसरे दिन के लिए होती है, लेकिन उसके अलावा लजना के अपने सेशंस चल रहे होते हैं। वो रज़ा साहब ज़रा बताइए उसके बारे में।
So many guests who come here who are not members of the community, who are not Ahmadis, they're actually surprised. Some of the ladies, when they go to the ladies' side, they're surprised how everything is running the same way as it is on the men's side. So they have their own program, they have their own speakers, they have their own speeches that is happening simultaneously with the men's session. And they're running that show on that side of the Jalsa themselves.
बिल्कुल. और फिर उसके अलावा कल जो हुजूर का जो ख़ताब था उससे मुझे वो बात याद आ गई कि हमारे मेहमान तशरीफ़ लाते हैं, ख़वातीन भी और मर्द भी, और जिस तरह से जमात अहमदिया में उनको एंटरटेन किया जाता है, उनको बताया जाता है कि क्या हमारी रिवायात हैं, क्या हमारी तालीम है, और जो माहौल यहाँ देखते हैं. तो एक मेरी बहन है, उनकी भी ड्यूटी लगी और वो मुझे बता रही थी कि एक मेहमान तशरीफ़ लाई और कल के सेशन के बाद उन्होंने बताया कि अच्छा मुझे तो इल्म ही नहीं था कि आप लोगों का इतना बड़ा यहाँ पर सेटअप है और मैं अगली दफ़ा और मज़ीद अपने मेहमान लेकर आऊँगी.
Exactly. Now, to the viewers at home, we are going to continue with the program. We're going to take you inside the Jalsa in just a few seconds, where the third session, I believe, of the Jalsa Salana 2019, fourth session, pardon me, is about to start. We will listen to a few speeches of the guests that have been here at the Jalsa Salana, and we are going to show you that in just a few seconds. As you can see, we can see it on our screens. So there's an aerial view of the Jalsa Salana. Again, wonderful setup. It's very meticulously, precisely planned.
बिल्कुल, इतनी खूबसूरती से, इतने तरीके से सबको सारे जलसा गाह को अरेंज करना और ये सब.